In this problem, we have to remove some of the nodes from a singly linked list based on the value of the node. So in this case, we removed all the nodes which have a value of 2. So this will be the result. So this is a very simple problem, but I will try to give a iterative as well as recursive solution for this, so that you, whenever asked, you can write both the approaches. So first, let's look at the iterative way. So in this case, let's say we want to delete 4. Then what we will do? We will start from the beginning. This is the head node. Head is given to us, and we have to return the new head. It may be possible that the element that we want to delete is in the beginning. In that case, head will be modified. In other cases, head will remain the same. So in this case, we have to delete 4. So we can keep a few nodes. We can add a base check that if head is null, return. If head is not null, then we keep 2 elements. One is current, and this we will iterate from left to right. That is the only way of iterating a singly linked list. And for current, there is no previous node. So previous is here, that is null. So it's null. So we match the current with the given value. If it's not same, our job is very simple. Just increment both of these. So P comes here, C comes here. C is the current, P is the previous. Again, it's not equal to 4. So again, advance both of these. Now it matches. So when it matches, what is our task? We have to make the next of previous point to next of current. So this link is broken. And what we will do, in C++, if you want to free memory, you can delete it also, but we will leave it as it is and advance the current. So current will always be advancing. So this is the state now. 1, its next is 2, its next is 5. And the rest of the link list remains same. Previous is still here since the next we deleted. So previous should be always one step before current. So there is this 4 is, you can think of it, it's gone. So previous is still remain there. We will not move it. Just move the current. Again, it does not match. So our job is simple. Current becomes previous and current becomes its next. Now again it matches. So move this link here to whatever was its next. And current comes here. Previous remains here only. Now when current is null, we stop. So let's write it again. We will return this head. So we return head. So head is 1. Its next is 2. Its next is this 5. There is only one next pointer. So if we assign it a new value, this will be gone. So next of 2 is 5 and next of 5 is null. So this is the new list which is expected. Now let's take a look at another example. Here it's the head node that will be modified. Since 3 is a head node and we want to delete all the nodes with a value of 3. So again, this is the current. Previous is here, null. So it's equal to this. So we cannot write previous next equal to current next. This is what we are doing. Whenever current is equal to the given value, we make the next of previous point to the next of current, and current moves here. But here previous is null. So this we cannot access. We cannot call next on a null pointer, or even in other languages, p.next, where p is a null pointer, is not valid. So we have to add additional check for this, that if current value is same as the given value, then we check. If previous is present, then we do it. Otherwise, we don't need to do it. So p remains here, current comes here. And we also move head here. For this special case, when previous is null, we move the head, since we know that previous is just one step before the current. So in this case, current is the first node. That's why its previous is null. It may be possible that we have a few 3 and we have deleted this. Now this is current. There is nothing before it. So still previous is null. So still head will be pointing here. Head is always pointing to the first node. So previous is null. That simply means that current is the currently first node. So just make head through the next of current. Now this is gone. Previous is null. Head is here. Current is here. It's not equal to 3. So move it here. C comes here. P comes here. Again matches. Make this here. And current comes here. Again matches. Make previous next of current. Again C comes here. It does not match. So P comes here, C comes here. Now C is null, so it returns. Now let's write down this. So head is this 2. So we start with 2. Its next is this one, 5. Its next is null. So you see, this is the expected result. So this is how we will do it iteratively. Next, how we will do it recursively. So let's say we have two scenarios. One is the first node that we want to delete. So let's say this is the list and we want to delete 4. So here 4 is the first node, and in other case, let's say this is not the scenario. We have 3, 2, 4, 2, null. So in both cases we want to delete 4. But in one case 4 is in the beginning, in other case 4 is not in the beginning. So head is here, head is here. So how can we recursively write it? We check, we capture it into a list node. So since this function we have to return a new head, we will capture it in a variable h equal to, let's call it delete node, or let's call it f, the main function that we have to write. And here we will pass next of head and the same value val. So what this will do, we are passing this second node to it. So it will remove all the values from this node, this list, and return the new head. And what we will do, if head val is equal to val, that means head will be deleted. In this case we return h. So this we deleted, so it's effectively this part. Else, if head is not equal to this, we will set head next equal to h and then return head. So it will work for both the cases. Here we are simply returning whatever this value returns. So it will delete 4 and return this 3, and we will return this 3 itself from the main function. And here this is the head. We will again call the same function on this part. It will delete this and return 2. So we will set this, it will return 2, 2 and 5, this recursive call. So what we will do, we will make 3's next point to this and then return this 3. So this is the list that will be returned. In this case, this recursive call will return 3, 2, 1, 5. This call, and we are simply returning that. So this we will return. So we can verify that it's correct. So let's write both the recursive and iterative approaches. So first we will write in C++. So let's add the base case. If head is null, then return head. Previous is null and current is head. So this is the main body where we will write the main logic. If it's not the case, then our life is very simple. Previous is advanced by 1, so it holds the new current, the older current, and irrespective of both the scenarios, current is current next. Now let's write this case where the current's value matches with this. So there are a few scenarios. There may be possible that previous is null, as we had seen in the explanation. So if not previous, then head equal to current next, and current is also advanced to next here, irrespective of both these loops. But if previous is present, then what we will do, previous next is equal to current next. This is what we are doing. You can also write it in one line. And finally we will return head. And the solution is accepted. and we are here. You can try a few times, it should improve. Since this is the best solution, it's O of n, we are just making one pass of this list and not more than that. Now let's write first the recursive, this iterative code for all the three languages. That should not take much time. Then we will come back to recursive solution. And the Java solution is also accepted. So it's right here, 1 millisecond. Now we will write the same thing in Python. And the Python solution is also accepted. Now we will write the recursive code. So what we will do, make a copy of this and we will comment out this iterative implementation, and this base case remains the same. If it's empty, return. Otherwise what we will do, head is not null, so we will recursively call this function to remove all the nodes having val from second till last node. So we are passing head next instead of head, and the value remains same. So it will return something, the head of the new list from which it has removed all those nodes. And then we have two scenarios. If head val is equal to val, then in that case head will be removed. So we are anyway removing the head and the first node, and we are looking from second till the last node and removing all the nodes with a value val. And this is what exactly this has done. So in this case we can simply return h. But if this is not the case, that is head will be unmodified. So its next will be this head returned by this remove elements call. And finally we will return head for this case. Only for the second case it will come here, this call. For the first case, when head is equal to val, it will return from here itself. So let's run it. You see it's even shorter than iterative solution. And this is accepted. And if you compare the time, you should see similar numbers in some millisecond range. And it's also O of n. So it's just 3-4 lines. You can write the same thing in Java and Python also.